Clocker and Curtis. I'm here with Ryan C. Quick match preview. Obviously, Manchester City versus Arsenal. Not 2 p.m. 4:30 kickoff on Sunday. What's your thoughts and feelings going into this game, Ryan?
If I'm being honest, man, I'm not that confident. I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle, man. Look, if we went full strength, I still think we'd be struggling, but we're going with a really lackluster lineup. In terms of what's ordinarily available, I'm really concerned about Odegaard's injury. I think even Marino, even though he's not played first, that's another player missing. You know, on the wings, Martinelli's still not finishing, and he's only playing because of the injuries. Trossard is playing number 10 because Odegaard's out. So Trossard would have been playing on the left ever since, the Villa game. So yeah, I'm not very confident, if I'm being honest, man.
Key question. Who would you like to see? Would you like to see Jesus or Havertz up top?
Is there a way of saying neither? I'm not criticizing them. I don't like this false nine, man. This false nine it's just not working, man. We need a proper striker. But if I had to pick, it would be Havertz. I think Havertz is offering more. I think Pep knew exactly what he was doing when he got rid of Jesus. Not Jesus, but like I just don't feel like Jesus is. I think Jesus is a good impact sub actually. He's good off the ball, but I don't think in a full 90 minutes like or to start a game, Jesus is the guy, man.
So you quickly touched on obviously the number 10 spot. Obviously, you're saying that you think that Trossard may start obviously in the number 10 spot, but would you not, would you look at potentially starting a Ranieri in the number 10? And also, in terms of our wingers, would you like to see maybe a Raheem Sterling coming on the right wing? And in terms of your left wing, would you start Martinelli? Would you start Trossard?
Um, Obviously, I want Trossard to start. I want Martinelli in the left. I just don't think now when say his name. Say his name, Ethan.
Ranieri.
Yeah, Ranieri. I don't think he's like ready to be playing like starting a game. I think I do think that our youngsters do need to be given more of a chance, but still think it's a really big ask for him against Manchester City, man. It's at the Etihad. Like I'd like to see Sterling. I'd like to see Sterling at some capacity. I think he could even start, man. I think he'll have a point to prove. Remember, he got pushed out of City, man, by Pep. He had to go to Chelsea, and it's not worked out for him there. He's probably thinking, right, like I need to push it, like I need to show I'm still worthy, I'm still about it. So yeah, I'd like to see Sterling at some capacity. And Sterling's also capable of playing a false nine, but saying that he's not really been scoring much, and also he's been missing a few chances at Chelsea. So might be a confidence thing because we know what Raheem Sterling can bring. We've seen him for years, man. So yeah, I'd like to see Trossard start because I think Trossard's one of our best players. I'd love to see Martinelli, but Martinelli needs to learn to finish again, man. He used to be so good at it. And yeah, obviously Bukayo Saka just be little bit concerned with just his number of fixtures. He's not been resting, so yeah, man, just concerned about the amount of game time he's got.
And more importantly, obviously, reports coming out of Martin Odegaard's obviously injury that it could be weeks or months that he's out for. In terms of your, do you have any concerns in terms of like our Premier League campaign, Champions League campaign, and domestic cups? Do you feel that it's going to hinder us, and do you feel like it could maybe cost our season in terms of silverware?
Yeah, no, I think we're in trouble if I'm being honest with you, man. Like I said, we've already lacked our squad depth with a full strength squad. We're really lacking it, like that. So like I do think Martin Odegaard's gonna be a big miss, man. Last season, all this time we've been at the top, he's been one of our influential players, man. And I just feel like that is our main point of creativity. That feeding Havertz. What Havertz is good at being off the ball, and I just feel like that the other players are not up to that kind of standard. Odegaard's come with a reputation for Real Madrid, star boy, youngster. We've made him into a decent player. I'm really concerned that we're not going to have the same kind of creativity, and the fact that we're lacking creativity and we're lacking a clinical striker who could make up for the lack of creativity. Like when we had Aubameyang, he was scoring out of nothing, man. We didn't have anything then. It's just that's what's in my head now. We're lacking both, so it's going to be a big miss, and I hope I'm wrong, but it might be a top four fight this season, man.
Obviously, in your thoughts and feelings in terms of obviously the transfer window that we've gone through,
Yeah.
obviously selling Smith Rowe and letting Vieira go out, obviously on loan.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts and feelings on that?
Well, Smith Rowe, we could have really used him, man. I don't think he had the best game to start off at Fulham against Man United, but again, that's just the first game. But we know what Smith Rowe's capable of, man. And Smith Rowe, even 2 years ago, Villa were trying to nick him from us, and they were cheeky about it. Smith Rowe minus injuries as well. Like if he was in this team now, I think Arteta would have appreciated it, man. The squad depth, and he is a quality player, man. He's a decent little player. As for Fabio Vieira, I do feel like it wasn't really working out for him. I felt like he was homesick, man. He wanted to go back to the north of Portugal. Um, I I think that loan was okay based on the context of everything. But yes, Smith Rowe was a big miss, man. I'm really upset. I'm actually fighting for this season, if I'm being honest.
And if you think about it, obviously in terms of the grand scheme of things, obviously the last few seasons, like Arteta said that scoring goals is not a problem. Does that like raise a concern with you? Because obviously there are some of these key games where we obviously can't seem to finish. We can name a number of games last season, this season. Do you think the reluctance to invest in a proper winger or striker is also playing in a factor in terms of our being able to compete in different competitions?
Oh, 100%, man. If we take it back to 2022, 2023, we signed Gabriel Jesus from Man City. I felt like that transfer happened very fast. Well, in terms of Pep selling, because he didn't need him, and you can see why. Pep knows that he had the squad depth, but he probably knew that we were buying Jesus to be a number 9, and Jesus is just not suited to that role. And it's the same thing with Kai Havertz. Chelsea for a long time were not getting the goals out of him. Chelsea, that was one of the quickest deals I've ever seen. Again, our fans could keep singing it, 65 million, down there. It doesn't change the fact that he's not scoring enough. Not knocking what they're good at, but we need a proper clinical striker, and it's really shown. It's really shown the last couple of seasons. Like, since we lost the Aubameyang, we should have addressed it, man. For so long, it went Henry. We had Adebayor for a bit, but again, in terms of that kind of quality, Van Persie, who we lost, then we didn't get another quality striker until Aubameyang. And I feel like, again, we have not replaced Aubameyang. When it hits January, that's going to be 3 years since we lost Aubameyang, and we haven't got a clinical striker. As much as Nketiah wasn't really doing it at Arsenal as well, that was a number 9. That was a proper striker on paper, at least. And we've not got a striker on paper. So yeah, I think the reluctance to have invested in a striker, I feel like Edu and the club have to take responsibility as well. Probably not backing Mikel Arteta, but the reluctance to not do that, I think in the long term, it's going to cost us, man.
Score prediction for Sunday's game.
Oh man, if we do score, I think it's going to be like a 3-1 loss at the Etihad, or something like that. It could be. I think we could probably lose 2-0 or 3-1. I'd take a draw. Don't like that kind of mentality because I like to go and win, but context of injuries and all of that, man. I'd take a draw, man. So I do think it's going to be like a 3-1 loss or a 2-0 loss.
And most importantly, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. Where can the followers find you in terms of your socials?
Oh yeah, no, I'm at Ryan_Colasso, spelled Colaco. It's probably tagged on this anyway, but feel free to jump on. I rant about anything, not just Arsenal. Yeah, anything logical. So yeah, big up.
Be sure to find this man on Instagram and TikTok, etc.
Big up. Subscribe to Clock and Curtis as well. Yeah, love, man.